Morbid Facts, Part 574. Here's a photo of some children who were part of the 1980s Australian cult called The Family. The group was run by Anne Hamilton Byrne, who believed she was Jesus, and illegally adopted 28 children before raising them in total isolation. All were given the surname Hamilton Byrne, the same clothing, and the same haircut and dyed hair color. The kids were imprisoned, routinely drugged with LSD, and brainwashed into believing that Anne was their real mother. They were denied nearly all access to the outside world and subjected to a strict discipline that included starvation diets and frequent beatings. During all of this, the children were told that they were part of a chosen group of superior beings who would survive an impending apocalypse and eventually rebuild and lead the new world. The compound was eventually raided in 1987 after a member escaped and blew the whistle on the cult, but Anne managed to avoid jail time, only paying a measly $5,000 fine due to a lack of concrete evidence. Here are some morbid facts about Robin Williams. This was the last photo taken of Robin Williams on October 8, 2014, the day before he would take his own life via asphyxiation. Robin's death changed the conversation around suicide and mental health. The day after he died, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline received the highest number of calls in its history. In the 4 months that followed his death, the suicide rate increased by 10% across the United States. But what exactly was it that sent Robin over the edge? While filming Night at the Museum 3, Williams struggled with constant panic attacks and often had trouble remembering even one line. He was told by multiple doctors that he didn't have Alzheimer's, dementia, or schizophrenia and was simply diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. But his autopsy later revealed that he'd been suffering from a severe form of dementia and lost more than 40% of the dopamine neurons in his brain. Experts were completely stunned by how much the disease had ravaged his system. One doctor said, "This was about as devastating a form of Lewy body dementia as I've ever seen. It really amazed me that Robin could even walk or move at all." Morbid Facts, Part 408. American actor and model John Eric Hexum was once seen as the next big thing in Hollywood due to his charming looks, charisma, and radio voice. But in 1984, he died on the set of the TV show Cover Up after accidentally discharging a blank cartridge into his skull. Hexum had apparently been playing Russian roulette with a prop gun during a break in filming, and the muzzle blast caused enough blunt force trauma to fracture a piece of his skull that propelled into his brain. Serial killer Israel Keyes went the extra mile to ensure that he would never be detected. He had no preferred victim type and never killed in the same area twice. For one murder, he flew to Chicago and drove 1,000 miles all the way to Vermont in a rental car, then used a murder kit he'd hidden there 2 years prior. When shopping on his murder trips, he always kept his phone turned off and only ever paid in cash. But Keyes was caught in 2012 after using a victim's credit card when he didn't have any cash on hand.